Hello, my name is Brett Statham. Welcome to the DVLUP BizSpark Challenge. In this video, we're going to teach you about BizSpark and what its benefits are for DVLUP members. Then we're going to show you how to sign up. We'll even give you a link that takes you directly to bizspark.com and helps you kick off the enrollment process. And then we're going to let you take what you learn in this video and go back to develop.com and earn some points. So BizSpark is a program from Microsoft. It helps startups gain access to the software, services, tools, and support that they need to be successful. To be a startup, you basically need to be a privately held business. You need to be creating software as a product and as a primary part of your business. And yes, Windows Phone and Windows Store apps do count. You need to be in business for less than 5 years, making less than $1 million annually. Okay, but what does that mean to you? Well, as a DVLUP member, you are creating apps, right? So if you're doing that as part of a small business, and that could even mean just you at night at the kitchen table, you've been doing it for less than 5 years, and you're making less than $1 million a year doing it, then you qualify as a BizSpark startup. Okay, you qualify, why should you care, right? Well, as I said, BizSpark gives startups a bunch of awesome resources. First of all, you get free software. You effectively get an MSDN Ultimate subscription, and that gives you Visual Studio Ultimate, Windows 8.1, Office, Windows Server, SQL Server, the list goes on and on. Once you gain access, you can jump right over to MSDN and in the subscriber downloads, start downloading pretty much any software Microsoft makes available to you. Visual Studio, Windows 8.1, Office, Windows Server, SQL servers, pretty much anything else you'd need to build your products. You also get a free developer store account. And that means that you're going to be able to publish your Windows 8.1 and Windows Phone applications free for 1 year. Another awesome benefit, and this is one of my favorites, is the free Azure usage. We're going to come back and talk about Azure and what you can do with it here in just a minute. And then there's also great networking and growth opportunities. BizSpark offers you tools to connect with other businesses, partners, funding sources, etc. And as your business grows, BizSpark can grow with you. There's another program called BizSpark Plus that gives you even more Azure benefit. And if you really start taking off, Microsoft Ventures can help you take your business to the next level. So I talked about the free software that you can get from MSDN, and one of the great tools for you as a developer is Visual Studio Ultimate. Now, Visual Studio Express is great, don't get me wrong. In fact, a lot of very popular Windows Phone and Windows Store applications were built using the free Express editions, but Visual Studio Ultimate is, well, it's ultimate, right? You can do everything that Visual Studio can do with Visual Studio Ultimate. One of the big differences for me as a developer is that it supports all the different project types at the same time, right? With Express, you have to get a different version of Express depending on the kind of project you want to create. So as an example on the screen, you see a screenshot of the File New Project dialog in Visual Studio Express 2013 for Windows. And you see that you can create universal as well as Windows Store and Windows Phone apps in Visual C# and other languages. But with Visual Studio Ultimate, you see that I can create all the different kinds of apps, not just store apps, but desktop apps, web apps. In fact, in this screenshot, I've even got the Xamarin tools pulled in, and I've got the ability to do Android and iOS applications right there in the same development environment. So that's really awesome. Azure is another one of my favorite benefits that we get out of BizSpark. You get $150 worth of Azure usage on a monthly basis. That's awesome. So what can you do in Azure? You can build virtual machines. So if you need a Windows server and you don't want to go dedicate a physical resource on your own network to do that, you can spin that Windows server up in Azure. And it doesn't even have to be a Windows OS. We support a number of different Linux distributions. And in fact, with MSDN that you get through your BizSpark membership, we now even support Windows 8.1 and Windows 7 client operating systems. Azure websites are another awesome feature for you as a developer. It's certainly a place that you could host your public website, right? So your customers could come to, yourcompany.com and browse the website there. But websites are also a great place for you to host the back-end services that your mobile applications need. In fact, if you're talking about building back-end services for mobile applications, Azure Mobile Services is amazing. It gives you a super simple way to build a set of back-end services, data storage. It has support for authentication and push notifications, all wrapped up in a handy little service that you can use in Azure. There's a lot more than that. We've got Azure SQL Database if you need a relational data store. We've got Azure Storage for blobs, as well as a NoSQL kind of a table storage mechanism, and then first in, first out queuing mechanism as well. We give you a way to authenticate users using Windows Azure Active Directory. There's streaming media with media services, and then even more robust queuing and application infrastructure tools like Service Bus. And that's not all. If I jump over to the Azure Management Portal, I can scroll through this catalog of services, and these are all available within the Azure benefit provided to you through BizSpark. Okay. All right, so hopefully you see that there's a ton of value in BizSpark. So how do you get it? Well, first, you're going to need to make sure that you've got a few things handy. You're going to need to have a name for your business and its address. You're also going to have a website for your business. Now, this doesn't have to be a custom domain. You don't have to go out and reserve a custom domain and build a custom domain website. It could just be, for example, a Facebook page or maybe even a free Azure website that you created up in your Azure trial. But I will say that the more effort you put into providing a valid and real identity for your business, the more likely we're going to be able to tell that you're a real startup and not just somebody trying to get a bunch of free software. So put the effort in to make your business identity look as stable as it can. That includes needing an email address for your business as well. So same thing, it doesn't have to be a custom domain-based email like me at mycompany.com. It could be something like businessname@outlook.com, and that would be really easy for you to go set up. But put some effort in, make sure that you're proving to us that you really do intend to make a go at creating actual software products and actually publishing apps into the stores. But as long as you've got that, then jump on over to the link on the screen. That's aka.ms DVLUP challenge, and you can start the sign up process right there. So let's see how to do that. I'm going to jump over to my browser and just paste in that aka.ms DVLUP challenge URL. And one of the first things it's going to ask me to do down here is to sign in. And you want to sign in with a Microsoft account. So let me click on that link. If you don't have a Microsoft account, you can sign up here for free right now. So that's a great way to just go create a free, let's say, Outlook.com email address for your business. But I have one. I've created an account called DVLUP Challenge at Outlook.com. I'll sign in as that. And then I could just kick off the enrollment process. So I'll choose my language of English, go on to next, and then complete the information on the enrollment form here. Make sure to be as accurate as you can, and that'll improve your chances of being enrolled the first time through. Once you've completed the enrollment process, your request will be reviewed and then either approved or declined. Now, if you have a problem with your enrollment, we really want to help you. We feel that BizSpark is an awesome program, an amazing opportunity for software startups. And as we say, we really want to help you get signed up. So if you have problems getting enrolling, or if your application is declined for any reason, let us know and we'll try to help. You can reach out to us at wrdxsupport@microsoft.com. And with that, hopefully you've learned all you need to know about BizSpark and why you as a developed member ought to get signed up. And in fact, we hope that we've motivated you to go and follow the enrollment process right now. But regardless, take what you've learned here, go back to develop.com, sign in with your develop member account, and take the challenge to earn some points.